Welcome everyone to the Everything Show, episode 190. This is a special Everything Show devoted to Robin Williams, who just passed away maybe less than an hour ago. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I am with Brian. What's up, Brian?
Hello.
What's up, Gloria? What's up, Beefhead? What's up, Tim?
How you doing?
What's up, Monk?
Hey, hey.
Okay.
Had a hard time getting in, but I finally got in.
Yeah, the Google acts up sometimes. I just gotta say, since I was a kid, I remember Robin Williams on Mork and Mindy, Happy Days. Um, all throughout my life, he's been in many different movies. Besides doing comic relief and Whoopi Goldberg and Billy Crystal, he's done many, many different movies. Popeye, Ms. Doubtfire, Hook. I mean, there's so many. It would be embarrassing for me to try to name them all. But we just learned that he passed away. I'm going to read the thing from CNN. Oscar-winning actor and comedian Robin Williams apparently took his own life at his Northern Californian home Monday, law enforcement officials said. Williams was 63. He has been battling severe depression of late. His media representative, Mara Buxbaum, told CNN. This is a tragic and sudden loss. The family respectfully asks for their privacy as they are grieving during this very difficult time. The coroner investigators suspect the death to be a suicide due to
Asphyxiation.
asphyxiation, yeah. According to the Marin County, California Sheriff's Office. Williams married graphic designer Susan Schneider in Napa Valley, California. The ceremony was in October 2011. Schneider sent a written statement to CNN representative. She says, "This morning, I lost my husband, my best friend. While the world lost one of its most beloved artists and beautiful human beings, I am utterly heartbroken." On behalf of Robin's family, we're asking for privacy during this time of profound grief. As he is remembered, it is our hope the focus will not be on Robin's death, but on the countless moments of joy and laughter he gave millions. So Steve Martin had this to say. He said, "I could not be more stunned by the loss of Robin Williams. Great talent, acting partner, genuine soul. Larry King came out and said a genuine, caring guy, not just a funny man, but a guy who cared about people." And the articles go on and on and on. They're all over the place. This is Williams is credited the influence of Jonathan Winters' comic relevance and quirky characters as a great influence on his comedy. The connection between the two was completed when Winters was cast as Williams' son on Mork and Mindy. Just amazing. He's the one of the greatest comedians of all time, and I was always hysterical laughing with his movies, and it's like growing up. It was always Robin Williams. He's always the funniest guy I've ever seen. It's a terrible, terrible tragedy. Anybody want to say anything?
Well, what's with the implications of suicide they keep bringing up?
I guess that he's been going. He had it hard for a little while, depression-wise.
I know he recently checked back into rehab for exhaustion, wasn't it?
Yeah, I believe so. So.
But is exhaustion just a kind word for some kind of drug or
You know what?
problem?
I don't know, and I'm not going to speculate, but depression takes many different forms.
Yeah, definitely. We were just talking about that a while ago.
I could say from experience, that it could kill you, it could destroy you. It could time while it goes slow for you, it goes fast for everybody else. Years could pass, and before you know it, like you're older, and it's just it's I don't think any amount of medicine can get you out of depression. I mean, you got to get it out of it yourself somehow, and it's just I went through it like really bad, and I can just imagine what he was going through. I mean, he did have a TV show. I think it was canceled, correct?
Yeah.
The Crazy Ones or something, I think.
Yeah, it
So
was.
I know that he used to make movies. Now he's back to TV. I don't know if that was a weight on him. I'm not really sure. What do you have to say, Dave?
Me?
Robin Williams passing away.
Oh, bloody hell. It's just one of those sort of, what the F moments.
I know. It's shocking. I mean, I couldn't even wait to get home to do this. I had to do this now. One of my favorite comedians of all time. I'm very, very upset by it right now.
Well, it's just ridiculous. The other day we were doing Vincent and the Doctor, and I was going on about depression, and Vincent van Gogh, of course, killed himself as well. And I was on this Matt Mundane video, and he was literally breaking into tears at the end of it. And I pointed out to several people there that I'd suffered from it, my brother had, and that it's no amount of status or money can make any difference.
It's true. It's
what
absolutely
drives you even more. What depression on itself isn't the problem, really. It's like a sodding Russian roulette. Different people have different types. On the one hand, it's people who literally have it all the time, and then people who sort of have it up and down. You're either on cloud 9, which I think is probably
I think David's having connection problems.
for no apparent reason. Thanks for the person in the background.
Monk, would you like to say anything?
Not really. He suffered from depression, and there's different types of depression. If depression is biochemical, then it's very, very hard to deal with, because you have to find the right chemical balance, the right medication. He could have been manic depressive. The mania shows in his stand-up. That doesn't mean he was manic depression. But the thing about depression is it's different than anything else. A human can survive almost anything if they see that there's an end in sight. When you have depression and suffer depression, you don't see an end in sight. Everything seems to become impossible. It's like you're in a cage and there's no key and there's no solution. I suffer from depression. Mine's not biochemical, but that's what it's like. And if there were 1,000 of Robin Williams fans there that day, he still would have killed himself.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's what I'm asking. From the article you read, there's no indication that he committed suicide.
Well, the coroner believes it was suicide caused by asphyxiation, but he doesn't say how he found the body or anything. But it sounds like he suffocated himself.
I mean,
I don't know if that means he hung himself or if he put a bag over his head.
Just because if he had depression now doesn't mean that his whole career is going to be judged. That he always was in depression.
No,
I just want to say that now.
He'll live on through the body of work and the things that he's done and everything.
He's helped so many different people.
My question is this another case of over-medication?
Who knows?
That's my question, because this happens all the time now with people that have money. Like Anna Nicole Smith and Michael Jackson. I mean, both of those people were killed by their doctors.
Right.
So,
I don't know, really.
There's a reason why people with depression or any conditions don't get over-prescribed, because otherwise you'd be making the mistake of you know, like I did when I was using Class A drugs, or after my brother died, so basically pouring alcohol down my throat. At some point, one level isn't going to make any difference anymore, so you have to up it. So just like the.
In other words, it's like
you
being
have,
a
like
heroin
Joe said, you have to learn to deal with it internally, not with
Right.
drugs, not with
No matter
pharmaceutical
my
stuff.
in my opinion, no matter the medicine, there's no cure for that. Okay, because even if you get prescribed something, it could get worse and worse on so many levels that there's no calculated scale. Okay, I had many people try to be there for me when I went through horrible, horrible things. Lost my father. I don't even want to get into details about it, but a lot. I went through a lot, and it took an event that a lot of different things happen. I mean, you can be in depression, you can come out of a little bit, you can be in it. There's got to be something massive that you just get out of it. And for me, I had a job that was in a bad area. I was just existing. You know what I'm saying? It's like working. No progression, no evolution. I didn't have a girlfriend. I just saw working, paying the bills, seeing the kids, and my life was in jeopardy. We had people that were, my job was in jeopardy too. I mean, I could have lost my job because of theft and thieves, and I tried to stop. In the worst part of Staten Island, these thieves almost was killed. And after the event was over and the people were arrested, I went in my back room. I went in my bathroom, went to wash my face, and I looked at myself and I'm like, who is this? What has my life become? Like, this is not what I wanted. This is not what it was meant to be. Like, I always felt I was meant to write books. I was always felt, and it was just that moment that I just, I couldn't even eat, that I had to have medicine to sedate my stomach. And that kind of took away my creativity, took away my ability to write, gave me writer's block. And it was that moment that, I flushed them down the toilet and the pills, and I got very sick for a couple of days. I stood home for a couple of days after that traumatic experience. And then the next thing you know, I started writing, like I've all built up for like 9 years, books. And I published Sorrow Separation and Tomorrow's Song, which is and all these other books that it was actually therapy and helped me to tell my tale and tell my feelings and emotions through poetry form and through characters and different things. It was an outlet, and I tried to help others for the way I felt, and different things changed. I mean, after I was almost killed by getting hit by a car many years ago, I almost lost my faith. I had my faith, but I didn't have anything else. And now I started doing a lot of changes in my life back then, like when I was writing Sorrow Separation, and I changed simple things, whether it be a haircut, different shirt, different pair of pants, and I got out of it. And then when I least expected it, I got into a new relationship out of the blue, and my life was just on the road away from depression forever. So it's not that easy, though. I mean, I was in depression for like 9 years, but for some they don't get out of it. For some they seek to end it, and time goes by fast. Before you know it, it's like years and decades, and it's really a horrible thing. And
it's also outward appearance. He had all the success and stuff. Some people, like my brother, he could be complete bastard sometimes, completely arsehole, using his fists sometimes, and other times being one of the best brothers you could ever have. He had looks, he had, women loved him, he had the ability to go into a room and, I don't know, give off some sort of calmer energy that I can't give off, well, I don't think I can, and people gravitated towards him. Yeah, he was doing drugs and alcohol, and yet he was depressed, and I was sort of scratching my head and thinking, well, I told him plenty of times. He knew I resented the fact that he was so somehow able to do that easily. But at the same time, I just found it odd that, you know, and that's the point of depression. Some people will appear as though they've got everything. But the thing is, if you're somewhere here, whatever reasons, to whatever extent, don't feel happy within yourself, or even sadly feel sort of like you should be guilty of having it, or maybe you have no fucking clue what it is. And that's the problem. What drives some people, like me, mad, because that's what emotions do, is that sometimes you just don't know why you're unhappy.
Right.
You know? It's like
It's true.
It's like emotional blind man's bluff. You know,
Right.
you sort of people, feelings are around you, but you're blindfolded, not knowing which way you're pointing.
And it's very easy to go back into depression or little depression or whatever. I mean, you know, things could happen, you know, that really screws you up. And you got to just have the courage inside to, like, not let it. You know, you got to be stronger. You got to be, I mean, it's hard someone giving advice, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't claim to be an expert on depression. I don't claim to know what Robin Williams is going through, but, you know, I know what it was like to be depressed. So, you know, anybody else want to have anything?
You never actually recover from depression. It's always there. It's
Right.
just what degree are you suffering from?
Right.
If
Me-
I might, go on, Glory, go for it.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to say something that with the times we're living in, of course, it's easy to get depressed and everything, with everything that's going on. But it's important to, like, grab onto family and friends and you know, your faith. With me, that's what I do. It's faith and then family and friends that get me through, you know, the tough times. And of course, with everything going on, it's always going to be there in the back, but you just got to, you know, stay focused on the right kind of thing
Absolutely.
and meditate on the goodness.
Beef?
Yeah, it's tragically sad, tragically sad, to be honest with you. For someone who brought so much joy to everyone worldwide, it's well documented. He had substance abuse problems for many years. He was with John Belushi the night he died of an overdose, and had circumstances been different, it would have been him that would have died. But that was the sort of shock to get him to clean up his act, and he was clean for many, many years. I think, to take away something positive from something so very, very sad is that the body of work that he's left behind will continue to give joy, and also some of the more serious roles will still live on after his death. You've got your Mork and Mindy's, the Flubber films, the Toys, Patch Adams,
Jumanji.
Dead Poet Society.
Exactly. It's not only that. You've got the serious films. You've got Dead Poets Society, Awakenings, Insomnia, 1 Hour Photo, Moscow on the Hudson, all very much personal projects for him. And it's sad when we
We
had
did
a
for the
lot of
homeless too.
it's sad when you think we had Whispers in the works and everything sort of being quite likely to even get a Mrs. Doubtfire too, that he would have been going back to roles that he was universally loved for. And like I say, I think although he'll be gone, he certainly will not be forgotten. Most of the people, I don't think you can think of. I don't think I can think of an occasion where there's been a co-star that he's worked with who said he was absolutely horrible, unpleasant to work with. He was universally loved throughout his colleagues,
Yes.
and I think the viewing public. So, it's a very, very sad loss. But plus side, there's going to be he'll live on through the work he has left behind.
Anybody else want to say anything?
Well, I was just
Ryan?
gonna say it's early days yet, and we've seen different conflicting reports. Some saying suicide, and like the one you read from CNN didn't even mention that. So it remains to be seen how, in fact, he died. I mean, I think that's important to keep in mind too.
Yeah,
I mean, it could have been
nothing has been confirmed yet.
It could have been suicide from depression, but it might have just been, again, these doctors tend to, overprescribe drugs to combat these kind of issues, and it's becoming clear now that that's not a good thing. I mean, how many people have to die before they realize they're making a big mistake? So,
Yeah.
I mean, again, you could say I'm jumping to conclusion there, but I'm just saying, like, you know what, it's early days. We don't know the facts yet. And I don't know if we'll get them, actually. It's hard to say.
Brian, you want to say anything?
No, I mean, just I would say very sad loss. I mean, he was like one of my most favorite comedian actors and everything, and he will be missed. My favorite role that he was in a movie was Jumanji and everything, so...
Yeah, me too, Brian. I love that one too.
And he's supposed to have a new film coming this Christmas, which was Night at the Museum, because he was supposed to be in...
Night at the Museum 3, the trailers for it, yeah. So that would be his last film, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me for this tribute and talking about Robin Williams, how wonderful he is, and
Yes.
very sad news. We'll have follow-up. Yeah. We'll have follow-up on this probably throughout the week. So, thanks, guys. Take care. Bye for now.
Go watch Robin Williams live at the Met if you want to see him do a good stand-up.